Hello everyone, and welcome to Monster Train. For those who don't know, this is a roguelike game similar to Slay the Spire. It has to do with deck building and cards. You combine factions and thereby diversify your card pool. You get champions here who they get their own different abilities, sort of accentuate which way you want to go. And then you get your card pool over here, which defines like what main faction card you're gonna get. So, since we're playing as the Hornbreaker Prince, who likes to get multi-attacks, I just know this because I played this game a lot, as you might be able to see, but not since 2021. Yeah, adding attack to him seems pretty good. We'll get more draw in the next turn, so this should be a really good time. I'll try to explain more as things go on, but I'm going to be doing the same thing I did with Slay the Spire and try to just work my way back up the ranks, starting from Covenant 1 rather than 0. This game is a little bit easier than Slay the Spire, I would say, for the most part. And by a little bit, I mean, I would say like significantly easier. There's a lot more options for you to tailor your deck, and generally cards are just a lot better. Random starting cards. Alrighty. Wait, do we always get random starting cards? Yeah, we do, right? So we got apply 5 regen, sacrifice him. Wow. Gain 1 energy, draw a card, and then applying rage is very solid. That's just double attack. You have health over here. You want to protect this. This is hard to heal back up, generally. And then your Spire or your Heart has an attack. Units getting an extra upgrade slot is usually really strong. Sting isn't terrible, but this is very fun. And then we get to choose our hero, who he could either get more attack, just whenever he kills an enemy, and he starts at 25 and only has 6 health, so he's rather squishy, but he's glass cannon. Or you have a armor 10 guy who has multi-strike 1, so he gets to attack 2 times for 6 each. So a little less damage to start out with, but since we're going to be pumping his damage, it shouldn't be too bad. And then, of course, we're going to want to go for the Divine Horde here. You want to get to 100 Divine Horde if you want to fight the true final boss, so similar to Slay the Spire, I'm going to be trying to fight the true final boss whenever possible. I just find that more fun. And we'll take a look at our weapons here. Now, I haven't played this in at least 3 years, so it's going to take me a bit to get used to what we get here. But we're going to apply Rooted to enemies when they enter the floor below the Pyre Room. That one's really strong. But I remember that was stronger with the Stygian Guard. I mean, it's really strong in general. So basically, enemies are trying to climb up the train and do damage to your pyre here. And at the final floor, they won't be able to climb up as easily. So that's really strong. Dealing damage when an enemy first comes in is also very strong, but it's only 25% chance. Vine Grasp. Deal 3 damage, move a unit to the front. Yeah, that's a pretty strong one too. So let's see. I'm going to try. I think this one's really good. But I'm going to try Curse Vines, which I also think is pretty good for what it's worth. So, Monster Train has a really fun thing where you can make. Yeah, we have a threat level up, so enemies are going to be a bit harder. You can make the fight harder for yourself, so all enemies enter with 10 armor. However, we get an additional unit draft reward at the end. So usually you get some rewards at the end. Very fun to take on these challenges. There's like 9 fights to the main fight at first, so. Oh boy, it's been a while. So we're gonna want to set up. Where are we gonna want to set up? Probably here would be my guess. We're gonna have a train steward in front. Kill a friendly unit of the required card type in order to play this card. Ah, yes. Okay, so we don't have an imp to sacrifice just yet. So we can't do that. We're going to want to kill this guy. He does a lot of damage. We can't sacrifice an imp. Don't have valid targets, so we'll just go. I do have the game on super fast mode. Now, I would like to kill this guy. This guy gives us a good old reward if we kill him. So 50 gold. We always want money, right? And I can't really apply too much more here. If I put something down, so these guys get weaker as they go per floor, which is why I'm stacking up at the top as well. They start with Rage, which gives them 2 damage per stack. I'm gonna try again to explain as best I can, but like, forgive me if I missed some stuff. We're gonna be drawing more next turn, and then I think I might as well apply a regen to this guy. Regen's actually pretty strong, not necessarily for this floor, but it can be very good. And now we're going to apply Rage here. So what this will do is soak up an attack and make it so that a lot of things don't die, and you can see the game is very kindly telling me like what units are going to die now. And having our imp die isn't necessarily the worst. It might not be the best either. But it doesn't mean we'll be able to play another imp on a future turn, so that can be very strong. The 10 armor here is obviously making things a lot more complicated. Torch usually is a pretty good card for getting rid of these guys. And I think I would like to do this. We'll start stacking the bottom floor. And then, I don't know, I guess I could do damage to this guy. This is fine. So one guy is going to make it to our pyre and do 1 damage, but then our fire fights back, does 20 damage to them. And now we have the boss. Oh boy. Again, one guy is likely going to survive here. These fights just happen until you either win or die. We want to kill these guys as much as possible, so I'm going to keep trying to do that. Here, I don't know if it matters like who goes up to the front. Might say that it matters and just kind of pretend I'm doing things correctly here. It doesn't look like a very strong fight overall. We're already taking 2 damage. We will rage here to get extra damage going on. Then we have a sacrifice imp, which is very nice. Get to draw an extra card. Making this guy take some damage is usually kind of good. We could even put this here, and we get a kill, which is nice. I'll put some regen here. This guy will now heal 7 at the end of every turn, so boss combats like always go until the end. That's what the Relentless is. So you're as strong as you are when you start fighting them, and all the passives will kick in, so we'll start to lose rage every turn, but we'll start to gain some health on this guy. So he should be able to tank 5 damage very nicely, and hopefully we can damage this guy enough next turn that we'll be able to take him out before he goes. This is a good start for that. Looks like we are killing the boss already. So no real worry here. This guy's already doing 34 times 2 a turn. And our tanky guy, or our train steward at the front, gets to tank for 2 turns, which is enough. Cool. Battle 1. Took some damage, which is bad, I guess. Bad for score anyway. And now we get to draft units. Or cards. Cards for our deck. Vent, doing 2 damage to enemy units is very good. This is all enemy units, so quite nice. We already have a fledgling imp. Normally I'd do that. Right, we could apply rage to friendly units whenever we enter the card. Right, I forgot about that. You can kind of combine your monsters together to make them stronger, which is pretty neat. Hornbreaker would have been nice in dealing with armor. It ignores armor and shield, so you could have killed those guys immediately. But I'm going to take a Vent. I don't remember why, but I remember it's very good. Sharpen, 4 attack for 2 energy isn't my favorite, and the spikes we're not going to utilize super well. Not really for our build. There's better attack cards. Dealing 3 damage and moving a unit to the front, that's what we're getting with Cursed Vines, so I don't really think we need that, but Sting on top of that gives us an extra draw each turn, so I like that a lot. Okay. This guy's great. So we have the Demon Fiend here. He's a 4 cost, 50-50, very strong. And he could go in front of our massive attacker that we get, but this guy's just a tank. Doesn't do nearly the same amount of damage, and he starts with Rejuvenate, so whenever he heals, he cultivates 2, so he increases his attack and health of the friendly unit with the lowest health by the cultivate value. So we can start to power up our leader. So we're going to go with this guy as our tank. I think that's very strong. Glad we got the extra unit reward. It's usually always worth taking. And then we can make our spells stronger, or we can make our units stronger. And then we can, of course, get the Divine Horde. So I'm going to go with the units here. Cost gold to buy upgrades for our units, but we can make them a lot better. Upgrade a unit with Endless. This is actually really good on our imps, isn't it? So it goes to the top of the draw pile. There you can purge your card, remove a card from the deck. Okay. And we get more slots on our guys. So usually they only have 2 upgrade slots, but because of our starting artifact, we get 3. Usually worthwhile to pump a lot into one unit. Have a super unit of sorts. And then we kind of want that imp to die, so we don't want to give it HP. I'm down to purge a card from our deck. What's kind of weak here? Trained Stewards are normally kind of weak here. Rejuvenates are usually pretty good. And actually, since we have a unit, I might want to actually make our Rejuvenate better. Oh, always do this one first, by the way. I completely messed up. Okay, we have this guy for another floor. I like it. Yeah, I definitely messed up. Sting can be stronger. Ooh, merchants are reduced by 25%. I guess I should have done this first too. And then improve Firebox. 7 energy at the start of the first turn of battle is very nice as well. This is already really good. I'm gonna go with Guildmaker. God, I love this game. There's so many fun builds we can do. I'm gonna be gushing over it while as I remember it. This is scary. Non-boss enemy units enter with 3 spikes. And this guy has 5 health and 25 armor, so he's going to have a lot of spikes, and this guy grants spikes. Our hero will die to this, and then we'll have a hard time against this boy. But our Pyre could essentially beat this guy, potentially. And I want gold. So, this is really risky. Spikes, we take 3 damage whenever we attack them. Pretty rough here. We're able to take this guy out. It's already a tough fight, though. Okay. So I think what we do, same plan as before, we put this guy here. And then we're actually going to do 1, 2, and then this. So we do a ton of damage to this guy, 54. And if this guy gets to slay a unit, he will power himself up. But that's going to be a little bit difficult. Okay, and then we want to... I just realized you're a little bit too thick. That makes this kind of rough. Okay. We can kill this guy, but we're still going to die to tanking there. We don't have any rage on our boy here. And we're not going to get any rage on our boy here. Is that okay? I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's right at all, but we're gonna try this, plus this. And then we're gonna get the kill here. Again, the starting fights aren't too tough, so I'm hoping it won't matter too much. We got a Sting, which is kinda nice, so we're gonna be strong enough. Gonna make our boy a little bit stronger. He is getting attacked from this guy now. So, like, we might be okay. Should have put this guy in back. That's my mistake. Again, I'm not gonna play perfectly, but fortunately, perfect play is not required here. Now, here's a little thing we can do with the Endless guy. Oh, he goes to the top of our deck, not into our hand, right? So, never mind. We don't have draw this turn, so we can't do anything special. Ignore me. Ignore anything I said. Now, we should kill this person. The boss doesn't gain spikes because it said it wasn't going to gain spikes, so we're lucky in that regard. Oh, we do get to draw one. Never mind. That's really strong. Okay, we want to kill this guy so that we don't have to deal with any spikes on the later floor, and then we might as well play a Trained Steward up here. Now it's just the boss, so I'm fairly confident we can beat this boss. It's going to be no problem. We'll pump our guy up. This guy's regenning. We had the regen, so every time he's been healing, he's been pumping our leader up here. We are so strong. Okay, if we get another floor slot, that's definitely the way we should go. Sound effects are a little bit loud, I would say, right? I should turn those down. They sound a little bit loud to me anyways. Yeah, I'll turn those down and get it more in line with the music. Yeah, we'll abandon the run. Really not feeling it, you know? Okay. Hidden passage, so we can ascend a unit, move them up a floor to the back of that floor. So we can do this on our units or enemy units. Typically a very good thing to do if you want to stagger out some enemies. Like you saw, they have some enchanters that can power up certain enemies, so we can essentially make the enchanter alone, and then they're not really powering up anybody. Very good card in general. Ritual of Battle is pretty good for our hero, but I already think that we don't need it. So I'm going to go with Hidden Passage. Glimmer, normally pretty nice. Restoration Detonation, also pretty nice. I almost think we go with another Wildwood Sap though, because we already have our tank, and more Wildwood Saps are just going to make us even tankier. We could go for the Merchant of Steel. I don't know that that's going to be good enough for me. Let's go this way. Grab our banner. Okay. Resolve, apply 5 armor to enemies. Strike, apply melee weakness to the attacked units. Yeah, melee weakness is nice. Next time the unit is attacked, it takes that much damage for each attack of melee weakness. Okay. And applying armor to our heroes is also kind of cool. What are these essences? 30 armor, apply 5 armor to friendly units. Would be kind of cool to combine our units together. Resolving and applying 5 armor, I think I want more. This is how we combine units. Let's get an artifact here. Sorry, battle, draw until you have 10 cards? Wait, was that always a thing? I don't remember this being a thing. That seems really good. 50% chance to remove all buffs effects when on an enemy unit when it enters your train. Wow, that's also very strong. Okay, let's do 10 cards. I don't know, maybe that's bad actually. I think the 10 cards could be wrong. We don't have the 7 energy. If we had the 7 energy on the 10 cards, I could have had a really strong start already. And then this is some sort of story event, right? It's kind of random. Yes. Spike driver colonies. Usually very good. Our rail driver. Yeah. These can add multi-strike to units if we want. Pretty solid. Goes well with our tank as well. So this is where we can combine, sacrifice a unit, we can upgrade a spell to have 30 magic power. If I recall correctly, the regen isn't part of the magic power, right? So upgrade a spell to gain purge and costs one less. Purge is not great, but it does help you get rid of things from your deck, so this can be used on your weaker spells like flares, and then they leave your deck. We're going to engage in a pact. Let's toggle the essences here. Slay by 3 rage to friendly units. So we can't apply anything to our hero unit. We can give something endless. Beautiful. Okay, so they don't give multi-attack, they give endless. I misremembered that a little bit. This guy, if we combine him with someone, he will increase their size, so not what we're looking for. Plus, we don't really want to lose out on our healing here. Now, I could have this guy apply some rage, or I could have him just give armor. I think I was going to go for the armor, right? That seems really strong. Okay, so we sacrifice this guy. And then we put him on this guy. And all of a sudden, we got a guy who gains us armor every turn. And we're already looking very scary. We're an extreme threat level, so we might as well go further. Does this do anything? Yes. So now we can play this for 0 and do 30 damage to an entire row. That's very good. And then we might as well get rid of a torch. Torch is bad. It'll cost 0. We can play whenever it shows up and just get rid of it. So fantastic. Now we are making the fights a lot harder for us on extreme here. And this is the first major boss of the game. The guys we fought earlier are mini bosses. And they start with plating seal. Constructed explosives enter with damage shield. Okay. Cool. And we could see these guys. We can always see what bosses we're fighting at the start of a run. So unlike Slay the Spire, you'd never have to worry about being sort of countered on your runs. Not that the counters are always like hard counters, but you know what I mean. You can definitely run into some trouble. Okay. Where am I setting up? So next turn, I could take a risk. Doesn't seem worth taking a risk right now. So this bomb is going to explode and deal 10 damage to units in the front. Not what we want to have happen. I can kill this guy. That seems nice. The rail should never existed to begin with. Wow. That's rude and racist, I'm sure. We'll play this. We'll play this in. So we'll do a ton of damage and then we'll play this in. I should have played this guy first so he got the rage stacks. That would have been the proper play there. Wildwood Slap is gone. This guy's going to be laying bombs. We don't want it to kill our hero. We don't really have a choice. Actually, I can do this, which is really cool. I can do that. And then... oh, to the unit at your front. Never mind. We're fine. We're just going to survive with this. That's just really good. That's purely helpful, I think. Cool. We'll bring this guy to the front. Seems like a good idea. And then we survive. And then whenever you play a spell on this floor, this guy gains strength, so we don't want to do that. And we can damage this guy right now. You can see we're going to be dealing 47 damage. So all the bosses in the game, they fly and they constantly affect the fight. And you can deal damage to them while they're affecting the fight, which means, yes, you can kill them if you do enough. I don't want that guy to die, ideally. Don't want to play this just yet. So what we can do is play a Train Steward, play our Endless Boy. We can do this, strengthen him permanently, play Event, we can do the Sting, and oh, this guy has Sweep, so he's attacking everybody, so that's part of our debuff here. We have Threat Level Extreme, and these guys have Sweep. Do apologize if I take extra long on this run for veterans, but I am relearning stuff, and figure anybody who hasn't seen this game before might enjoy this. Sweep's scary, might as well keep him there though. I'm not too worried about any of this stuff. We can send this guy and put him in the back. We could also send the boss, I believe, but we're not going to deal damage to him this turn. And we're not really making our Spike Driver colony strong, unfortunately. So I'm going to put this guy in the back so he's not a tank for these front guys. And then I can put this guy here and do this here. And hey, look, some damage is going on. We can kill that guy too. Okay, got a lot stronger. Do some damage to the boss. It's not terrible. And I didn't play my Endless It, which seems like a mistake, but it should be okay. Fight's definitely going on for quite some time, huh? Okay, we want to kill this guy. We get the kill. We get this. I don't have an imp to sacrifice. That's okay, I just want to play this, get it out of my deck. We're not playing at any point that's meaningful. Doing 55 to the boss, which we're going to need to do. Boss does 13 damage and attack. Ooh, 13 damage and attack is a lot more than I was expecting. Okay. Still need to play this. The regen is hyper valuable. If we send the boss right now, this floor just freezes over, so we're not going to do that. Sting. I might as well make this guy stronger, I suppose. Sure. Do 30 to the boss. Got him down almost halfway. Spike Driver Colony is endless, so we do get to keep him in deck. We have an Ascension here. Like, I don't know what else I'm waiting for, really. Like, what am I doing? I'm just redrawing this guy. It's not really anything special. Okay. Fun fact, though. Oh, I was about to show it off, but you can stack floors past their capacity by using Ascend as well. So, another strength of that card. And this guy is healed up quite nicely. I gotta remember all the stuff that you can do in this game. And we're already winning, so I don't need to play any cards, but I'm playing cards because I can't help myself. And we do a ton of damage here. Oh, and we get our major enhancement because we beat a boss, so yeah, this is where we can extend our floors, potentially, or get more energy a turn. Life is just great right now. Don't need the health in that. We could deal 5 damage and get 7 rage. It's not terrible. What is consume? Can only be played once per battle. That's fine. Apply 2x rage and 2x armor. That is actually pretty strong. Dark Deal is also kind of nice. It's a nice spot kill, like removal of enemies, or you can make your own dude really strong by giving him 7 rage. So, good stuff. All around good stuff. And we are giving our guy 5 armor a turn when we play him with our tank. So, we could do that. It's another way to kill. Gonna go with that. This guy has Rejuvenate, Gain Spikes. Very fun. What does he give? He gives the same thing. So I'd love to give this guy more health. We're gonna take this guy. We're gonna take space because we're actually gonna need space. Our Pyre gets stronger, which is neat, but not what we need necessarily. Duplicate any card except your champion. Remove up to 2 cards. We're gonna go for the removal here. That's what I want most right now. And we're gonna get to upgrade our champion. Okay. I gotta remember. Let's see. What are we upgrading here? Multi-strike times 3, or slay, gain 10 armor, revenge, gain 10 rage, or 2 rage. So revenge is when they're damaged. We'll get some rage. He gets a little bit healthier here. I'm actually gonna go all in on the multi-strike. Even though slaying and gaining armor is pretty nice, I'm actually pretty comfortable with our tank that's helping us out. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. And then we can get another Awoken unit. So we get, yeah, minus 15 attack and multi-strike. So we can give something multi-strike that doesn't have it initially and make it very strong and damaging. These guys are just kind of fun. I don't think we're really powering them up too much. We can also skip units for gold. I'm tempted to do that, though. I'm gonna try this guy out because we have enough tanks in our deck and we have enough stuff that kind of works with multi-strike that I think it's worth doing. Gonna remove some torches, some strikes there. Gonna look at our Merchant of Magic. Upgrade a spell to gain permafrost. Upgrade a spell to cost less. Oh yeah, we wanna do all these upgrades here. So we're going to get a magic power plus 10. We don't want to do that on our Dark Deal. We could do this on here, so we do 50 damage every time we play this card for 0. Very strong. What would be permafrost? Permafrost. God, what does permafrost do? Frozen. The card will not be discarded at end of turn. Frozen is removed when the card is played. Yes. Okay. So if there's a card we don't want to play till a specific turn, we can keep it in hand, which I believe applies to important work. This isn't that strong of a use of gold, honestly. Can also apply it to hidden passage. I think that's actually stronger. It's not the best, but it's stronger. And then, yeah, why not just have this deal 50 damage? That's pretty good. And then we can upgrade a spell to be -1 cost. So we'll do that. And if we can get rid of the consume on this card, that's also very strong. We could reroll and get more stuff. We can purge a card from our deck. We're not going to do that just yet because we're going to look at this thing and we're going to keep making this stronger. When played, a copy of this card will be added to the hand. The copy costs +1 and gains purge. Yes, okay. So if we do that here, we can actually just play 2 of these for 1, which is kind of nice. But we're not like doubling the effects. I don't know if this is actually as good because I think there's like a double effects upgrade as well, but I don't remember well enough to see that. So we're gonna sacrifice another unit. Toggle essences here. Slay, apply 3 rage to friendly units. So what's fun? Alright, what's fun is we can sacrifice this guy, and then now whenever this guy gets a kill, he's gonna be applying rage to friendly units, and himself. So he'll be powering his attacks up, and he could potentially kill 3 times a turn. So we just made a very strong striker guy right here. I don't think there's a spell that I need to be intrinsic, so we're gonna leave. We're already at the 100 mark. We're already good. Let's move on. Enemy units appear at each floor. Extinguish their units. Okay, we can actually handle this kind of nicely, so we're gonna go for the wave. Yeah, we can handle this. We can handle this well enough. Okay, we got options though. We also got giant floor. So the first thing I want to do is apply this here. I think I want to apply this guy. I want to make an imp. Draw cards. That's not terrible. And then we probably want to play here like so. Should put that guy in front of that guy. It's another little mistake I made, but that's okay. This guy has 10 regen a turn and he gets stronger. So these guys get stronger the further up they go, so they kind of counter this strategy that I'm using right now. And then this guy starts with some rage 5. He's going to be applying armor each turn, so that's why we're not taking too much damage. But gains 20 magic power and consume. I messed up by adding the +20 power and consume. That was very dumb of me to do on vent. I now realize that, and sorry for anybody who's yelling at me in the comments, but that's okay. You know, we learn here. So now these guys are a lot stronger. This is scary. Let's see. I can immediately kill this guy, which is cool. Gotta think about this just a little bit. I don't want that guy to die, if possible. So we're going to try to add Wormwood Sap here. It is free. We can move this guy up this way. Apply Endless here. And then, oh, I gave regen to the wrong dude. So let's give it to that guy. That was dumb, but that's okay. Enemies attack first, which is why I should have played that in a different way. Okay. What we have going for us here is some rage. So we're actually going to do some real damage. Spikes is very scary. We also have regen. Yeah, Spikes is quite scary. I don't think I have a great way to deal with Spikes, to be honest. We'll just have to hope that this guy's enough, which he should be. He's got triple strike. He's getting stronger. We have the regen. It's all gonna be okay. We are getting the kill. We can get our guy back. Turns are a little bit more complicated. If possible, I'd like you to survive. It's not gonna happen. Or is it? So what we can do is put this guy up a floor. We could even make this guy a tank again, right? So we do that. Put this guy up a floor, so he gets to survive. We apply Rage to our boy here, who's just been stacking up that armor. And then get some permanent attack on him too. So now we have a ton of attack on that floor. We're attacking all the times. If I'd had more regen on this guy, that would have been nice. That guy is surviving. What can we do about this? Our pyre could take some damage, which I don't want it to take. It's like I have spikes, that guy doesn't have spikes. Man, empowered units are so much better than all the other ones. Crazy, right? So we'll do it this way. That way our pyre takes less damage, ideally. And we will do... and anything we put down here is just gonna die, right? We can just do like this, though. And we go hide in here. Actually, that works pretty well. Sure, we do some damage to the tank. Get the kill up front. Armor makes it so our spiky boy gets to live. We can put this guy up ahead. This guy gets stronger every combat, so that's a little bit scary. It's fine, we'll deal some 3 damage to him. Oh, he has regen too? Regen 36? He's pretty empowered, isn't he? Alrighty. Well, don't you worry. We're going to stack up all of our damage and be very, very powerful. Maybe I should have played that Endless Imp on this floor. Could have gotten a little bit more damage. We can sting this guy, even though he's going to heal. Can punch him too. We can put this guy on the higher floor. I guess actually it's, let's see, Cultivate's bad because it increases the unit with the lowest health by the Cultivate value. And increasing the multi-attack 2 guys is worse than increasing the multi-attack 3 guy, right? So, unoptimal play, man. I just gotta get better. I think that's the key here. I'm just gonna let all that go. And we're just gonna send it. This is fine. This guy gets to heal up. It's totally okay. We won already, so like no worries. I can do this though. That's kind of fun. Can sting him. And yeah, we're doing like almost 300 damage a turn on that top floor there. No, more than 300 damage a turn by far. We were attacking for 3 times 70 plus whatever else we were doing. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, so summoning this guy is a great way to get a ton of energy in a single turn. Piercing Inferno is going to be very scary because it hurts ourselves as well as enemies. Don't think I need this, but I feel like I want energy for some reason. Why do I feel that way? I don't think I need it. Very odd. Draw 2 next turn, but gaining energy for the rest of the battle. That's kind of similar to what I was just doing. I'm going to toggle unit essences. Draw +1 each turn. That's actually a really great reason to have you, isn't it? We could mold this guy into somebody else. Yeah, it seems pretty strong. Here's another event. Whoa. You being to replace your pyre, leave hell to freeze. It has no meaning. You're doomed to repeat yourself. That is your punishment. Even my own defeat. Temporary. Let's get a divine artifact. I don't remember this at all. Okay, at the start of your turn, each friendly unit on the floor gains +10 health. Remove this artifact after 1 battle. Oh, I see. So we get a temporary buff for 1 battle, huh? Apply dazed. An enemy unit enters your train. Remove this artifact after 1 battle. I'll just take the gold. Ha! I don't need your singular battle. What are we doing here? We have some spells that we really want to make stronger in some way, but this is a cool little event here. This is just 100 gold, so we no longer get to meld. This is an artifact. This is 75 gold, so we get a ton of gold to upgrade our spells. Are we upgrading down here? We could upgrade our units over here, but then we can't duplicate. Duplicating cards, very nice. There's a trinket merchant. Yeah, I forgot. I could just plan out my whole run. God, that's so cool. Okay, what am I going for? We have a lot of cards in our deck that we don't like. But I'm gonna go here because we have more. We have more upgrades we want to give all our units. Just to be frank. And friendly units under the fire armor. Friendly units gain +2 attack on slay. Yes, with multi-attack, that's exactly what we want to do. Let's do this little event right here, see what we're getting. I think it's better to do it afterwards. Oh yeah, we can get Bone Shine, upgrade a unit with +10, restore 5x fire health when you play it, or apply 5x to your pyre. Very silly. The health one is actually kind of good if you're in trouble. Let's just get some strength on a unit here. We'll just make you +10. Yeah. +10 for free. I think that's actually... I should have definitely gone to the upgrade area first, because I think you can stack, like, overstack upgrades. We get a multi-strike as well, and we get rage. This is kind of funny. We can make that unit a full, like, glass cannon. Which I guess I want to do. Multi-strike 3 sounds amazing. Sure. And then rage +7. And whenever they slay, they're going to gain more rage and +2. Yeah, that seems great. We'll have a spike. Extinguish permanent copy of this card to your card. Drop out. Right. Okay, I forgot. I'm not supposed to play these guys and have them die. Oh my god, that was really risky. Okay. So what we want to do is make these guys strong usually. Oh, I did a silly. Yeah, because we can get them copied. That's so funny. Endless. Who would I want to be endless? Maybe you? That's actually kind of good. We can gain a lot of energy. And then we want to purge a card. What card would I like to purge? Probably a bad Spike Driver Colony, just so I don't accidentally play it again. Honestly, that's probably the way. Purge another card, a bad Spike Driver Colony, so I don't accidentally play it again. We'll take 11 times 2, 26 for 0. That'll be good. And then I'll save on the rerolls here, or on the purging here, just so I can have money for the next floor. All right, random artifact. Let's go. I didn't even read what we're doing here, but I have a vent, so I'm good. The first vent is good. Okay. We definitely want this guy. We definitely want this guy. He's our good one. We can probably afford to play this guy on this floor. I can always do this. There's kind of no reason not to. I can play this. And then I could hold on to vent. But that seems suicidal. Or does it? Does that actually seem... Yeah, that seems suicidal. They have multi-attack, dude. Like, that's so crazy. They're so strong. Okay. We gave them all multi-attack, didn't we? Yeah. What a strong play that was. Alright. I know this is an advanced high-level play that most won't see coming, but look at that. We got a row going here. Now, do we have any chance at survival? God, we don't. Alright. A little bit of a mistake, some might say. Yeah, 12 times 2. You're just a lot. You're just a lot. Okay, that's very rough. Regen's gonna be super important here. I don't know, maybe if we kill, no, if we kill that guy, they all get stronger. Everybody just gets stronger. This is just bad. Oh, multi-strike might have been too much for me to handle. I needed to play you on that floor to send you up here and maybe have a chance that way. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the play. I'm gonna play you here. Maybe having an extra draw next turn would be nice. Oh, I cultivated the wrong unit, which is unfortunate. This is fine. Wow, we actually get to survive? Okay, wait. We can do this. Oh, that's scary. I can do this maybe? Ooh. 72 damage, huh? Oh no. This guy dying spells our doom for sure. Like I don't see a way around that. There's no chance we don't have this guy in our lives. He hasn't even gotten empowered yet. That's part of the problem. My god. Got another spike driver colony. This is like ultimate. You're saying there's a chance territory, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that survives a little bit better. Yeah, it kind of takes more attacks. Sure. I mean, what are we even doing here? I can't get the kill on these guys fast enough. Wow, that ended up being remarkably worse. Okay. Yeah. Here, let's redo this little fight a little bit. Like, we'll just resume our run. Not worry about it. Non-boss units get multi-strike. God. Okay, so what we do here is we play a lot better. That's the plan. How do we do that? Maybe we save vent. This actually isn't the scariest that it's ever gonna be, and that terrifies me. But because we get a sting here, it might be worth saving that. This guy's super worthwhile. This guy's super worthwhile. I think we want this. Then we can put one of these guys up a floor, and we can increase the strength here. Okay, and we can save vent for potentially worse turn. Alright. Multi-strike on this guy. I don't think we have any way of keeping this guy alive. Yeah, that's 1-2, and then this guy dies, so... Nope, we can't do that, as much as I would love to. That guy going up 1 would not be the worst. Okay, how am I handling all of this? Not well. Not well, I would say. What am I getting next turn? Not good. I think we want a Wildwood. Wildwood. Rage. Just to make that extra strong, and then just get more cards next turn. I think that's the play. We draw back into our vent. We kind of take care of that side, if possible. Gain 2 billion energy here. So we have enough energy. We can play all the Wormwood Saps. Oh, this guy's dying? Oh, no. Wait, no. Not again. Oh, I needed him to live a turn. I needed him to live this turn, specifically. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, it's just kind of silly. Maybe, like, this guy gets to survive? No? That guy dying is just... That spells disaster. Kill that guy. And kill this guy. Again, should have transported that guy up first. I can play this guy. I can play this guy. You're still dead, huh? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's just let's have our first foray back into Monster Train be a loss. You know, I think that's just gonna be kind of entertaining. I definitely could win this if I played a little bit better, went a little less hard into the death there, but I think that's entertaining. Going all the way into Divinity definitely spices up the run. Those guys all having multi-attack with the empowerment was very obviously bad for me to do. I lost completely to their increasing attack points and multi-strike strategy. Pretty good, I would say. Fun time. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting back into this game. I hope you are enjoying this as well. Sorry if I didn't do a great job explaining. I'll try to do more explaining as I get back into it and giving more reasons for why I'm taking cards or doing other things. I'll also try to play a little bit better next time. Sorry again for also just having all the unlocks. I didn't see a great way to reset the profile. If anybody did see a way, that'd be nice to know. I can't believe I lost on Covenant rank 1. Wow. That's funny. That's a bad sign. Or is it a great sign? We're gonna climb all the way in the ranks, and then we're gonna do all the expert challenges again. Don't mind these check marks. We'll pretend like I've never done them before. And yeah, I'll see you all next time on our new Monster Train Climb the Ascension ranks, or whatever. What is it called? I gotta remember what this is called. It is Climb the Covenant ranks. Yeah, completely different from Ascension, not to be confused with Slay the Spire. Alright, everybody. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later. Bye.